You guys eating your treats. I had to bribe you because y'all are the stars of the show. Yep. People like you more than me. That's okay. You guys are more adorable anyway. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Monica. I like to post anti-MLM, life, and some true crime content here on this channel. So if any of that interests you, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I would love for you to stick around. In today's video, we are going to be reacting to a Beachbody coach. I have not reacted to a Beachbody rep in quite a little bit. I think it's been a couple of weeks or well, maybe several weeks at this point, but I am recording in my bedroom. So if you hear any weird noises, we have Zero and we have Lily. So I had to bribe them with treats because a lot of people tend to like seeing them in the background. So yeah, I bribed them to get up on the bed. But anyway, so of course, just as a disclaimer, since this video is anti-MLM related, I do have to say that this video is based on just my opinions, my experience, and this is just for entertainment purposes only. If you don't know that much about Beachbody, I mean, I feel like if you've been part of the anti-MLM community for a while, you know about Beachbody. I was a Beachbody coach, and this was several years ago. I've done plenty of videos on Beachbody, both my experience, I've also talked to other people about Beachbody. So yeah, if you need any more information on that, I'll try to remember to link those videos below. But anyway, let's get into this reaction video.
We are hosting something we've never done before or haven't done in like 4 years. But we are doing a coach sneak peek with four other, myself included, 4 other elite coaches on our team. We're going to simply share our story. We're going to share some objections that we all had at the beginning of coaching, because Lord knows we all have them. We're going to talk about what we do all day. It's going to be a 1-hour call tonight. That's basically our coach sneak peek that we do. So if you have ever had any interest, like at all, what we do as coaches, how we earn money, all the things, let me know. I will plug you in. It's a 1-hour call. It's a video call on Zoom. You can turn your video off. I don't care if we see your face. You don't have to talk. All you gotta do is listen. Let me know.
She talked about, of course, we all know that these reps, they like to say all the things a lot. And it makes me so sad because I say that, but now I can't because MLM reps say it all the time, so I can't do it. But she's talking about this Zoom call. We all know that a lot of Beachbody coaches, they get on these Zoom calls. A ton of people have reacted to Zoom calls, and not just for Beachbody, for other MLM companies as well. I just did one on Monate. So these Zoom calls, some of them are public, some of them are private. But she talked about how, I don't care if we see your face, you can get on this Zoom call, whatever, no strings attached. But what she failed to mention is that there are strings attached, because as soon as they get your name, as soon as they get your email, as soon as they are in your DMs, they will not leave you alone until they get you on their team. This is just a tactic that they do, and it's very common. After her talking about going and getting on this Zoom call and all of that, she does a typical coach thing, and she talks about why this opportunity has changed her life for the better, all of those types of things. I just basically said all the things. Oh my gosh. But anyway, she goes into her why. This is very common in every single MLM. They always tell you to talk about your why. Why did you join this business? Why is this a great business opportunity? Why are you still in it? And usually it's some kind of either rags to riches story or a sob story or something like that. And I remember being in Beachbody. Now, I didn't have a giant team or anything like that, but they told us that we have to talk about our why. And there is only so many ways that you can go on Facebook and Instagram and share your why. There's only so many ways that you can say, for example, for me, it was, I hated what my body was like before. My doctor was really concerned for my health, and I just felt the worst that I've ever felt in my entire life. And I joined Beachbody as a customer. I saw the success that I had, which, yes, I had success, but it was, in my opinion, and now this might not be the experience of every other ex-Beachbody coach or active Beachbody coach, but to me it was an unhealthy way of getting healthy. That doesn't really make sense, but I hope that you guys know what I mean. And so I did it as a customer, and I was already sharing my progress on Facebook, on Instagram. I do that regardless. If I start working out, if I start eating healthy and that kind of a thing, or I start working out, I like to track my progress. And the reason why I put it on social media is to motivate myself even more and to hold myself accountable, because now I put out into the world this public information about how I'm on either a weight loss journey or whatever you want to call it. I know some people hate when it's called a weight loss journey, but that's why I do it, is to hold myself accountable, because now I have people watching me and they want to know if I'm going to keep going or if I'm going to stop. And some people might even ask me, what are you doing to, change whatever your body looks like, or you guys know what I mean. So I was already doing that as a customer. And I decided that I wanted to become a Beachbody coach because I wanted to help people that were in the same exact situation that I was. That people who hated what their body looked like and they really just needed, because I will say that for Beachbody, I do think that the groups that they put you in, the accountability groups, not the massive amount of Facebook groups that they put you in as a coach, but the accountability groups where you have people that are rooting you on and you have that kind of interaction with other people that are going through this with you. I think that that's a great thing to have. And if you are looking for something like that, and if you don't know who Deanna Mims is here on YouTube, which I'm sure that if you watch me, you probably watch her. But if you don't know about her, she has a Facebook group as well that is kind of like an accountability group and everything. So if I remember, I'll leave her link below for that group. If not, then you could just go to her channel and she probably has it listed. But so there are groups out there like this that you don't have to pay for, like Beachbody. Let's get into the screenshots that I was talking about. Well, I took screenshots of it. I can't play it because I will get a copyright, because she played the song Rise Up, which I was so upset about because that is one of my favorite songs, and she used it to shill the Beachbody opportunity, but that is neither here nor there. Let's get into what she showed while she had this song playing. So the first screenshot, it says, "Have you wondered what we do as virtual health and fitness coaches?" And of course, it's pictures of her and her team, all the things. The next one, it says, "I began coaching when I was working 4 other jobs. I was a teacher, a tutor, a personal trainer, and a babysitter, all because I needed to help make ends meet." This is perfect to kind of dissect a little bit, because she talks about how she was working 4 other jobs. How many times have you watched or read something by an MLM rep? Usually they had more than one job. When I went to go join Mary Kay and Beachbody, I too had other jobs. So this is a common thing where they try to be relatable and they try to say, like, yeah, I had X amount of jobs before I joined Beachbody. So it's one of those things where it's like a psychological manipulation tactic where it's saying, yeah, I had all those jobs too and I made this work, so you can make this work too. That's all that it is. It's just manipulation. And she said that the reason why she was doing all these things was because she wanted to make ends meet. Again, this is her why. This is talking about why she started coaching, why this is such a great opportunity, because a lot of people are in that situation, especially right now with the way that the world is, especially right now, because I had someone recently comment on my Monate Zoom call, and the person said that she has not had a job since February. Since February. That is a very, very long time. And if you're watching this, I'm so sorry for your situation. So, and she brought up a really great point, that these reps, no matter what company they're a part of, these reps always on 9-to-5 jobs and how they're so terrible and how you sit behind a desk and you're bored and blah, blah, blah. But this commenter said, well, for someone like her who's been out of work since February, that's like a kick to the face, or a kick to the gut, if you want to say it that way. It's not okay to say that, because your privilege is showing. Let's be real here. Your privilege is showing when you say, oh, well, I had this 9 to 5, and anybody else that has a 9 to 5, they just don't have a good life. They don't have a good life. There are people out there that are looking for a 9 to 5. When I graduated with my master's, I was hoping that my degree would help further me in the workforce, which it, in a sense, kind of backfired on me. But I wanted to get my master's. I got it, still couldn't find a job. When I finally got a job, it was a neighbor. So I guess you could kind of say one of those, a friend of a friend of a friend kind of a thing. But it was our neighbor, and it was during Hurricane Sandy. Hurricane Sandy hit New Jersey really bad, and we were all in the community. We were all talking, helping each other, trying to dig ourselves out of our homes, basically. And he told my dad that, hey, is your daughter looking for work? Because we actually have an opening. And I got the job. And I will never, ever take those 9 to 5s that I had for granted, because I know how hard it was to get that 9 to 5. Some people can get them like that and it's no big deal. But there are other people where it does take them a little bit longer. And for someone to be out of work since February is just horrible. And then to have to listen to these reps say that, oh, well, your 9 to 5 is this and that and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I rambled. Let's get on to the next screenshot. Because of coaching, I was able to quit all other side jobs, retire from teaching, and stay home with my daughter. This is targeting moms, whether it be stay-at-home moms, new moms, or moms with careers, because some women, they do want to, if they're a stay-at-home mom, they want to contribute a little bit more to the family. And these reps will almost, in a sense, make them feel bad and kind of make them think like they're not contributing to the family. Then if you have someone who's working a career, which there's nothing wrong with if you want to have a career and be a mom, in my opinion. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. Some people disagree with me, because I have had people disagree with me whenever I've said this in the comment section, and that's fine. Because this is an opinion. This is not a factual thing. But if this is targeting those types of people who do have a career, but maybe they have this small little portion, or even a big portion of them, that wants to stay home with their kids. So next one, less than 2 years later, it cut off for some reason. I don't know why it cut off, but we were living debt-free. I was helping other moms come home from their jobs to be with their babies, and I was changing and then it cut off. So I don't know exactly what it said there, but she's pictured cutting up a credit card. Yeah, and this is a way of saying financial freedom, just FYI. Following one, it says, I've gotten to travel all over Bahamas, Utah, the MLM capital of the world, but that's none of my business. Louisiana, well, I don't know if that's Louisiana or LA, because LA is Louisiana, so we're just one or the other. Indianapolis, Vegas, Punta Cana, New Orleans. Okay, so it probably is LA if she's putting New Orleans in its own little category. Riviera Maya, Lake Tahoe, and more. As you can see pictured, she's with all of the other boss babes from her team. The next one, it says, I'm surrounded by the most amazing community of supportive women who have become my best friends. Targeting okay, I forgot to say, the last screenshot was targeting people who do want the free trip, even though we know that they're not free. Then this following one that I just talked about, some people are looking for that relationship, for that friendship, for that sisterhood. And let me just tell you, from being part of 2 MLMs, that sisterhood only existed when I was making my uplines money. As soon as I left, that was it. Nobody talked to me. We haven't really stayed in contact. There's a few people that I still see here and there on Facebook and Instagram, but it's nothing like what it was before. Before it was, we're going to empower everybody. We're going to inspire everybody. but it went away as soon as I left. I know some people have kept in contact with their previous MLM downline or some of their uplines and stuff like that. I know some people that have kept in touch with them, but predominantly from my experience and other people that have talked to me, it's not like that for everybody. This screenshot says, coaching has filled my cup more than I could have ever imagined. I am more present and patient mom and more. Or I am a more present and patient mom and more. Okay. Then, of course, we have a transformation picture. I've gotten in the best shape of my life. And now I do think that with Beachbody, I made an entire video about this, and I know some people messaged me and said that they were happy I issued a trigger warning because some people can't watch something like that. But I made a video about if Beachbody is promoting unhealthy habits. She looks great. I'm not gonna lie, this rep, she looks really great. But again, I mean, you're not certified, you're not licensed, you're not a personal trainer. You're giving out advice and information that came from the MLM company. It came from the MLM company, and I would hope that if someone says that they have some kind of ailment, that this Beachbody coach tells them to go talk to their doctor, because you're not, this is why I hate Beachbody so much, not just because I was a part of it, but because of the fact that I was giving out advice that I was not licensed to give out. Granted, it was information that I was getting from Beachbody, but let's take the 21-day fix for example. Autumn Calabrese, she is the trainer for that program. She created that program. But Autumn doesn't know every single person individually. Each person is going to have a different need when it comes to their food intake. What if someone has injuries? A personal trainer would be able to let them know, hey, if you have an injury, do a low impact, do a modified version. Yes, she does have modified versions, at least in the 21-day fix program. She did have modified versions, but she doesn't know about your injuries. So what happens if someone says, F it, I'm going to go as hard as I possibly can, and they injure themselves even more? A personal trainer would know to tell them to stop or to make sure that they do it a different way. I have former injuries, so I know when I'm pushing myself to the point of trying to strengthen my body as opposed to pushing myself to the point where I'm going to actually hurt myself. So I know the difference between that, but some people don't. And I know that for certain workouts, I can't do them because of my knee. And some of the workouts with 21-day fix, I had to make my own modified version. I couldn't even do the modified version that was done by the one person in there. I had to make my own modified version from being in physical therapy and stuff like that. So that's something I wanted to mention. This last one, it says, you belong here. Let's do this together. You'll be provided with all the training and support that you need. Again, pictures with her giant team. There's another video that I wanted to go over because this was all in her Insta story. This one, she went from being this inspirational, motivational person talking about how you can get in the best shape of your life, you can have this financial freedom, you can have your sisterhood, to saying, I don't give a f- about the naysayers. Let's get into that video. Before I do though, in the beginning, she talked about how they had 280 people on this Zoom call that she talked about in her previous Insta stories.
Oh my God, did that call just fire me up? Yeah, I have makeup on, whatever. I went to Target today and bought new makeup because I haven't worn makeup since March. Anyways, guys, that call was so inspiring. If you weren't able to hop on it, let me know and I can send you a recording. It was just so cool to hear about all these different women, all these different walks of life, like overweight, couch potatoes, already a fitness professional, drowning in debt, like all these different women, a teacher who needed more income, and hearing how coaching has changed their lives.
I'm pausing it so fast, but overweight, couch potatoes, fitness professionals, which I'm very disappointed in the fitness professionals. drowning in debt teachers, which of course she was a teacher prior to quitting and doing Beachbody full time. So of course she's going to be relatable to teachers, and saying how coaching has changed their lives. I would really like to know how many people on that Zoom call are profitable. Not how much they're making in income, in commission, in their team, anything like that. Profitable. I want to know how many people on that call were profitable out of 280 people, because she's naming so many target markets, so many people that MLM companies and MLM reps target are on this list. There's a few missing, but I would say these are the most common ones.
It's so cool. And I just literally feel like it's my obligation in a really great way to pass it on to people. I was skeptical. I was hesitant. I was scared. I was worried about what everybody would think. And it's quite actually been the best decision of my entire life. So Instagram cut me off, but I was listening to this podcast the other day, and they were talking about like, oh, you're going to let the people who aren't living up to their best selves judge you. You're going to let the people who think that sitting behind their computer at a desk job that they hate judge you for following your dream.
There it is with the whole 9 to 5 thing. But let me just give a reality check to any MLM reps or coaches that are watching this. You need people in a 9 to 5, because if you have a problem with something regarding Beachbody, you have to contact customer service at Beachbody Corporate. So these 9 to 5 people that you're shitting on all the time, you need them in order for your business to run. So that's why, and I would really love to know, for anyone who works in an MLM company in the corporate portion of it, I would really love to know what your thoughts are whenever you hear the reps say this, because I mean, without corporate, they wouldn't exist, if I'm being honest here. And again, talking about how 9 to 5s are so terrible. There's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5. A 9 to 5 is great if you're looking for stability, if you're looking for benefits, if you're looking to even just have health benefits or a 401k or something like that. I will never take the 9 to 5s that I had for granted, because those 9 to 5s have helped me get to the point that I'm at in my life now because of those 9 to 5s. And for her to constantly say, oh, well, they sit behind a desk and they're judging you for following your dreams. I'm all for following your dreams, but I'm not all for following your delusions. There's a difference between the two.
Or following your dreams, you're going to let them stop you? That just hits home to me, because yes, when I got started, so many of my friends judged me. I don't care. I don't care, because I'm living a life that I never even dreamt possible 4 years ago. And it's all because I walked through judgment. I walked through fear. I walked through insecurities. And here I am now, and I do GAF.
So she doesn't give a If you don't know what that acronym stands for, it means I don't give a So, of course, nothing that she said is anything new. It's just she said it in a little bit of a different way. But I love how she goes from being this nice, inspirational person, showing what you can have if you join Beachbody, showing what she's accomplished, what she's gotten because of Beachbody. Then she shows a Zoom call, how many people were on this Zoom call, and moves along to, I don't give a about people who are naysayers, about people who are judging. People like myself in the anti-MLM community, I'm not judging you as a person. Of course, I'm going to judge you for what you say, because I mean, you saying that you don't give a that I'm going to not necessarily judge you for that, but I'm going to side-eye you for that. Because you should care. If you have friends and family that are telling you, hey, I don't know if this opportunity is the best thing. I know that you're making some money, but it's a predatory business model because it's not your own business. You are working for someone else. You're an independent contractor for someone else, and you're making someone else a ton of money. You're making them a lot of money. But anyway, she goes from being super nice, super inspiring to that. And I don't know if these coaches or these MLM reps, I don't know if they don't notice that they're doing this or what the case is, but I'm all for running your business the way that you want to run it. If you're a legitimate small business owner, I'm all for you running it a certain way. And if you want to tell your customers to fuck off, that's on you. That's your business. If that's how you want to run your business, whatever. I mean, but there's a way of telling someone to fuck off professionally. Unlike a lot of these MLM reps, they're not professional about it, and they will go into their Insta stories and they will scream at their Insta stories. I have nothing against the reps, unless if they're problematic, because there are some reps out there that are really bad. And I mean, they're really bad. They're really pushing that fine line. But for the most part, I feel for these reps because some of them are just stay-at-home moms, for example, who are just looking for a little extra cash, and they're spewing this garbage that they're getting from whether it be the upline or the MLM company. And I feel bad for those people. I really truly do. But then of course there's the other ones that are just giant jerk offs. So, and I think some of us can agree on some of the more problematic ones. But anyway, that's all that I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. This is Monica reporting to you from my bedroom with Lily and Zero. Bye!